And we continue to focus on what's happening in Bangladesh. And with me, joining me are two very important guests to really talk about what's happening in Bangladesh, a voice from Dhaka and a voice from London. Essentially, the two aspects, the two sides of this political debate, Muktadir Rashid as well as Zulkarnain Saer Khan. All right, Muktadir Rashid, let me start with you. How things are unfolding right now in Bangladesh. The fact that Chinmoy Krishna doesn't even have legal counsel right now. Do you think rule of law is actually being followed right now? No matter the charges that may be, the fact is everybody is entitled to getting legal counsel.
Exactly the same question I asked the public prosecutor in Chittagong, and they say, look, we don't have any option to defend for an accused who is arrested in charge of sedition. So I said, why don't you bring an independent lawyer who can give the access or whatever they can do? But they say, look, we argue the lawyer and the court just to bring someone who can stand for them. But there were no lawyer because they've said the lawyer was killed in the past day, in the late November. So they were very much agree with this case because, you know, the situation, the lawyer, when lawyer been killed, then there would be definitely reaction from their side. The same thing
for
happened
30 days. He will remain, he of course continues to be in jail. Even his bail proceedings cannot happen right now. Now the next proceedings are going to take place after 1 month, 2nd of January.
No. It can be possible. It can be possible if their lawyer moved to the higher court, because it was not in the magistrate court. It was in a session court, so they can move to the higher court. And if higher court allows them bails, that would be okay for him. So, but keep in mind, it is not a simple charge. It's a sedition charge for hoisting flag.
No, you can put up any charge on anybody. That's not the point. The point is legal counsel is not being provided to an accused. That's the fact. That's the borderline. So is the rule of law being followed? Whatever may be the status right now of Bangladesh.
It is not the responsibility of the judge to bring some lawyer to say, please stand for him. He has to provide someone who will represent him, and there was none was there, so no lawyer was there. So that's the reason, and I don't think that's the lack of judicial system or injustice.
I will tell you one thing, and I'll give you an example, and I'll tell you why it's important. That if a country's judicial system, criminal system, has to pass the test of time, it has to be able to treat every accused with the same way. And the fact that a Hindu priest has not been given legal counsel right now and will not be done so for 30 more days is testimony to what the present situation is in Bangladesh. Mr. Khan, respond to that. Muktadir Rashid, let me get the other view also. Yes, Mr. Khan.
Yeah. I think you have to work on the sound because the sound is not very good. I cannot hear your questions very clearly.
Okay, I think that seems to be a lot of people in Bangladesh right now, that their voices are being unheard right now by the people who are governing Bangladesh. Isn't that what's happening right now?
No, but when I was talking to your other colleague, the sound was quite here. Like, I think from your end, I can't really hear you, but if you can check it.
Okay, I'll get that check. But, Mr. Rashid, then let me ask you this, that there are now demands that are coming in that a peacekeeping force should be there in Bangladesh simply because the plight of minorities is not being listened to, adhered to by the government of the day. Respond to
I
that.
think the peacekeeping, Bangladesh should ask UN mission to send peacekeeping troops to India to protect the minority.
No, don't bother. Minorities have grown in number since independence. Whereas in the case of Bangladesh, the minorities were 24% and they are now less than 8%. A third of minorities are left in Bangladesh. So please
because
don't
many
go
of
about
them-
lecturing on
no,
minorities.
no,
My
because
question was
many
very
of them went to
simple.
USA,
My question
many
was
of them
very
went to the
simple.
India.
No,
It's
Mr.
very
Rashid,
simple.
I
Yeah,
don't
I'm
like
saying.
I don't like doing this because I feel that a guest should be given a chance to respond.
Yeah,
However,
sure.
my duty to my viewers is that I can't let anybody come and say anything in the name of opinion and mix bias as facts. The fact is the population of minorities has dwindled significantly in Bangladesh in the last 50 years. This is not my fact. This is the fact of the day. From 24%, they are now less than 8%, right? So I'm just saying that, and those attacks only continue right now. The latest being that there are three monks who have been arrested after Chinmoy Krishna Das. Mr. Khan, are you now able to hear me clearly?
Yes, I can hear you.
So the hope and expectation is that the minorities' plight are also heard more clearly by the government of the day. Respond to that.
Okay. Before that, I will just go a little bit behind. On November 10th, the Indian Foreign Secretary Vinay Katra told a press conference in New Delhi that India respects the democratic process in Bangladesh. When it comes to developments in Bangladesh, elections in Bangladesh, it is their domestic matter. It is for the people of Bangladesh to decide their future. Katra said, describing India as a close friend and partner of Bangladesh. On 7th of January, the Indian External Affairs spokesperson Randhir Jaiswal told reporters in New Delhi that we have been very consistently saying that elections in Bangladesh is domestic affair of Bangladesh. Now, when you are saying that such things are our domestic affair, I'm just only concerned that why, if we are arresting somebody, and again, like, is he an Indian citizen, the person who has been arrested? What is his nationality? He's a Bangladeshi national, isn't it? And if we have arrested one of our citizens for sedition charges, I think it is for our judiciary to decide how we deal with it.
I agree with you there, provided the rule of law is followed. I agree with you, Mr. Khan. He's a Bangladeshi citizen and he deserves and he should get all the rights. He should get all the rights that a Bangladeshi citizen should get as per the constitution, irrespective of caste, creed, religion or any other distinction. Having said that, why is a legal counsel not being provided to him? That's my only point. Of course, he's a Bangladeshi citizen. He should be tried as far as whatever the law of the land may be. Is the rule of law being followed?
You have asked me to talk on your show. I have been waiting for 20 minutes now. So you will have to allow me to speak and then you can talk. Otherwise, like, there is no point. So on 25th of November in 2024, 5 people were killed by the police forces in Sambal, Uttar Pradesh. Have you seen any Bangladeshi television channel or any Bangladeshi media or Bangladeshi government hyping about it? Because it's entirely your internal affairs. All these years, since
you have no answers, sir. I gave you time. You have no answers. That's the point.
Let me finish.
You have no.
You
have nothing to say. As I said, I will allow every guest uninterrupted time, provided they speak facts and not mix their bias masquerading as facts. No, sir.
Elections.
My question was very simple. Chinmoy Krishna Das is lodged in a Bangladeshi jail. His bail proceedings are not happening because a legal counsel is not being provided to. I asked you this as a Bangladeshi citizen, and as per the constitution, is he being given the same treatment that any other Bangladeshi citizen, irrespective of caste, creed, and religion, would have been provided? You have not answered that, sir. Talking over each other is not going to solve the problem, sir. I've got to let this stop. Talking over each other is not going to stop this. My question remains the same. Unfortunately, no answers. No answers to the people of Bangladesh, no answers to the minorities of Bangladesh, no answers to the ISKCON organization that have been asking this again and again. All right. On that note, we slip into a very short break. We come back with lots more stories. Stay with us. India Global will continue to keep a close watch on all that's happening and that matters to the global Indian.